Good afternoon, all my fans out there. Thank you for tuning in. This is G-Man, Martin Ganella, and I'm here today with
Rockin Jake.
Rockin Jake. We're with the South Florida Insider here at Crawdebauchery 2016.
Yes.
Rockin Jake,
Yes.
thank you for taking some time to meet with me today.
It's my pleasure, man.
We got a little music kicking in the background, so we got to make sure everybody can hear us.
Yeah.
So, first of all, Rockin Jake.
Yes, sir.
AKA, what's your real name?
Rockin Jake.
Rockin Jake. That's
Hey,
all.
Unless you're writing me a check, what do you need to know
That-
the real name?
that's
Are
all.
you writing me a check?
I'm not writing you a check.
All right, then.
That's all we're gonna get on that one. All right. You're a local musician.
I live in Boynton Beach.
You live in Boynton Beach. Where are you from originally?
Well, originally from New England,
Okay.
Connecticut.
All right.
And then I moved to New Orleans in 1990.
Okay.
Lived there until Hurricane Katrina. And then I was in Texas for a little while after that, and then stayed in St. Louis for about 6 years. And then
So you got displaced by Katrina.
Yes.
I spent a little time in New Orleans. I was a Tulane graduate. I graduated in 1988. I stayed there until 1990, right when we moved there. Adam, my famous photographer from Cheesehead Productions, is also a fellow.
He's an alumna.
He's an alumna as well, so we got a little New Orleans connection.
Yeah.
What about your music? Is that where you're mostly influenced from? New Orleans, Delta Blues, or?
Well, as I was coming up, I started being influenced. Fortunately, where I was born and raised, there was, believe it or not, in the early to mid 70s, there's an amazing blues scene.
Right.
You had a room full of blues, and Ronnie Earl and Duke Robillard, and Sugar Ray the Blues Tones. So I was very strongly influenced by the blues to that point. And then when I moved I lived in New Hampshire from 80 to 90. And I fell in with some friends, and they turned me on to a lot of New Orleans music, the Meters and stuff like that, which blew my mind, you know.
Right.
And it's like that music, believe it or not, just listening to the music made me want to live there.
Right.
Actually, when I was a kid, my parents went to New Orleans, and they brought me back a preservation called Jazz Band record, and I couldn't stop staring at the cover and listening to the music. So for some reason, that music just hit a chord with me, you know. And then I went to Jazz Fest for 4 years in a row, starting in '87, and I said, that's it, man. I can't. There's no way I can get around it. I have to move there. So
Jazz Fest is the
I've
best.
never been happier in my life than when I lived there. It was an amazing experience.
Let's talk about your band right now. These guys that you're playing with. Tell me a little bit about them. You've been with them for a while.
Well, my guitar player, Mark Otis, has been with me since probably April or May, and he lives north of here in Vero Beach, and he's a great guitar player, and what I love about his playing is he knows any song I throw out. If I throw anything off the cuff, he knows whether it's country or jazz or blues or anything. I've only stumped him on 2 songs.
Nice.
So that's pretty awesome. My bass player, his name is Cleveland Frederick, and he's originally from St. Lucia, the island of St. Lucia,
Nice.
in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And so he brings a whole nother flavor, and he's been with me for a couple of years, and he's really kind of helped me move a little bit in that direction too, and he adds a totally different flavor than any bass player I've worked with. And I just recently started working with a drummer named Derek DJ Brown.
DJ Brown.
And he's basically out of the church, the gospel church tradition, but he's also, played with a lot of different bands. So he's a wonderful drummer. He gives me everything I want to hear in a drummer, and not anymore, and he gives me nothing I don't want to hear as a drummer either. So I love his playing, so I'm very happy with my band.
You guys focusing on just gigging and playing, or you want to do a studio album, or?
I have to do a record this year.
You have to do a record
So
this year.
I'm investing in a lot of different situations, and I have 4 songs finished, and I have a bunch of songs that I have to finish, and I have to do it this year. It's been quite a while since I've done it.
So singer, songwriter, musician, you play the harmonica. Who influenced you as a harp player?
Well, I would say my biggest influences were Paul Butterfield, Magic Dick from Jay Giles, James Cotton, Big Walter Horton.
I'm trying to think, because I grew up in New England too, and I'm trying to think of the blues bands around the Boston area in the 90s that I used to.
That was
to go to the Channel, Paradise, and all those clubs. Harper's Ferry, and I'm trying to think.
There was a great blues scene back there.
Yeah.
Great back in the 70s and the 80s.
Right.
After I left in 1990, so I didn't know really what was happening then.
Sure.
And I had my own band called Rockin Jake and the Roller Coasters, and I had a lot of guys from Boston and Providence. And Providence really was an incredible hotbed of music. I mean, that's where the Fabulous Thunderbirds, and they were a big influence on me too. When they picked new players, they all came from Providence. Franny Christina, the drummer, Duke Robillard.
Big names. They're big name musicians
Kid
too.
Bangham. They all came from Providence, you know. So it's a great music scene.
What do you think about the music scene in general today, man? All these kids that are getting rich, the Justin Biebers and the,
Well, you know what? I try and think about that question, and you know what? We go back. If you go back to the '60s, there was a lot of really bad bubblegum. In the '50s, there was a lot of really bad bubblegum.
That's true.
In the '70s, there was a lot of really bad bubblegum. But there was always great music. And today, I do bemoan some of the popular music, but there's a lot of phenomenal music going out today. And
the industry's changed. It's all digital and everything else.
Yeah, you might have to look a little harder to find it, but there's amazing music coming out today. You know.
Yeah. You got any plans this summer? You doing some touring or playing local gigs?
We have a tour planned for June. We're going to be playing in South Florida through the end of May.
Okay.
And then we're going to be going on tour for the whole month of June. And we'll be going through the Midwest, Colorado, and Texas, hopefully Louisiana.
All right.
And then July is still a little dicey, and then August we're going to be heading up the East Coast.
We can all find this information on your website?
RockinJake.com.
RockinJake.com. I appreciate your time today, Rockin Jake.
Well, thank you for helping to promote music, man.
Yeah, we love live music.
And this guy,
Cheesehead Productions, shout out to Cheeseheads.
He's got so many, he's been able to capture so much great music down here, man. We're really fortunate to have great local music, and who doesn't want to tour in Florida, especially in the wintertime?
Absolutely. It's festival season again.
Yeah. So,
all right, thanks again, man.
Thank you,
I
man.
appreciate you. Take care. Peace out.